Good afternoon, fellow traders. It's Black Coffee Trader coming to you on, what is today? Wednesday, February the 19th. And we had I'm going to call this, honestly, it's a good day. It's actually a really good day. We lost $109 across the 15 funded accounts. 10 of them are green. The only red ones are the 940 trade, which was a big L this morning. But I'm really happy with the way I'm trading right now. Very positive. One of the things that is very, very important to mention, I am trading so much better since I have split these accounts into three groups where we have the top five are the hitchhiker setup, the middle five is the key level trades, and the bottom five is the 940 trade on the days it triggers. So yeah, let's just dive in. The market today, once again, very, very difficult. Again, I just go back to having a good game plan and have good mental capacity. I really made one mistake today, and that was on a hitchhiker setup, which I'll talk about. But I did something I typically don't do, is I took a couple pre-market trades this morning. I rarely take pre-market trades, but we had this level 22.2 that I was looking at, that I actually got up early this morning and looked at the market, and we were somewhere in here. And I thought, wow, I'm going to watch this. And if we get down to this, 22.2 area, I'm going to look for a bouncing along. And I got a little bit aggressive, and this is something I do fight. I do make this mistake from time to time. I went in right here and got stopped out, and I actually re-entered after the stop out. So I recognize this was not a good setup, and I really didn't give it much room. I was really looking for kind of this to hold above the level. I didn't execute it very well, but I decided I'm going to try it again. Very, very tight stop, and this trade was over a 3R trade. Very, very good trade. That trade was like about 100, let's see, 90, 40 is 130, about $150 trade there. Very, very good trade. What was the points on that? 245. The entry was at 200, so about a 45-point winner. So that really kind of set the day on those accounts. And then I had a little bit of a short here, just a small little win that could have been bigger, but this morning's volatility, I was really looking for kind of the breakdown of this key level, the 200 again, kind of right here. And we kind of fell through that, retested on this candle, took the short. And then the last trade I took on those accounts was another very, very good trade. Again, I think this one might have been about the 162s to the 195, so 40 points, almost 35-point trade. And again, here I was looking at this big pullback and kind of seeing this thing consolidate, and we started to push, and I jumped in off the key level and out there for, I think I might have been in might have only been 3 contracts, but a really nice trade there as well. So I have really been trading well off the levels recently. The key level trades have done extremely well. I'm exercising, with the exception of this entry right here, I've been exercising very good patience of getting into good setups and then allowing the trades to run and keeping my loss really tight. So I'm very happy with the way that has turned out. At this point, I locked out my trades there, or locked that out with GAT, Guardian Angel Trader, and I said, I'm not going to give back. I'm up 270. We're good there. The 940, I do want to show that to you. I didn't like it at all. But it's one of those trades where it's a mechanical, and it is what it is. We really had this 200 area in the pre-market here after that early morning session where I went long. That was right here. We came back into this and just kind of consolidated, and that was where we opened. And I didn't like it, but it triggered long, and so I had to take it. I took it. And unfortunately, I got quite a bit of slippage on the stop. So really, I was only in profit for like 2 points, and then this thing completely fell apart. I thought we might kind of bounce off the level here and regain this, but it obviously wasn't, or didn't. But all throughout the day, I think I had, from this point on, I had 2 or 3 losses, I think, maybe 2, or I don't know, 2 or 3. but each one of them had about a 5 to 8 point slippage. So a little bit frustrating. I'm not sure why that is, but on this trade here, the loss should be 280 plus commission, and we're out of here with about anywhere from 310 to 320 in losses on that trade because of slippage on the stops. Again, I don't know why that is. Definitely a little bit bigger than typically you see. But anyway, so that was a fail today. Now let's look at the hitchhiker setups. If there's one setup that right now I don't have a lot of faith in, it's the hitchhiker. I cannot get any big moves. It took several, had a little short here. And then the mistake trade was this one right here. This next one, I hesitated on this one. I was looking at it thinking, you know, we're having a downtrend. We have a pullback, a little bit bigger pullback than I like for my type of a setup. And then we had this red candle that really the entry should have been right there. And I just was hesitant. And then we had this red candle forming, and I actually didn't enter until the third one. And this candle was red at the time. It ended up turning green, but I proceeded to kind of hold this trade, and I could have got out several times at break even, or, you know, a very, very small loss. And I absolutely should have done that. That was very, very stupid of me. And I let this thing stop me out for a full 20 point stop out. And again, slippage on the stop. So I definitely ate a pretty big loss there that I should not have eaten. That was a very, very bad trade. Not that the trade idea was that bad. The entry, I was a little bit hesitant, and that cost me. So the entry wasn't very good. And then the management of the trade is really what frustrates me more than anything. I had ample opportunities to get out with a very, very minuscule loss, and I allowed that to turn into a big losing trade, which was not smart. So I really was battling out of a hole for the rest of the day. And toward the end of the day here, I grabbed a couple long hitchhiker setups here, 2 of them, and got out there with some nice wins. So I was happy with that. And I think I took, wait a minute, that was around lunchtime. I took a couple more here in the afternoon. I had a short little winner right here, kind of as we tested this 22,670 area. And then this one here, a nice little short. Just again, this one had a bad slippage. I had my stop all the way down here to my first profit target, and I was looking for this flush to happen, and we had this little wick up, and it actually pushed my stop. That one actually slipped me by about 6 points. So not really happy with that one. This one here, a little hitchhiker setup and a key level. I really like this one, and that was out with on 3 contracts, and that brought the accounts back up to green. And then this last one, I was looking for a continuation, and when this started to fall apart, I got out. I was only in with 1 contract, and at that point, I said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not going to risk losing more money. You know, I had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winning trades in a row, just small little scalp wins. And then this one here, and I was like, I'm not going to continue to push it. I'm going to shut it down for the day. I'm up $20, which is nothing. But keeping the red day not very, you know, keeping it very small. That's a huge win, is managing my risk and keeping that very tight. So definitely happy with the management overall of the day. And once again, we are, you know, entering into really choppy area. Really, honestly, most of the day was just kind of junk. I do want to point this out. This was a trade I really wanted to take. I really wanted to take this one right here. We broke the 22,200s. We kind of retested it, and we retested it beautifully here this week. I really wanted to take this thing long. But again, I have these things into groups where this is my hitchhiker setup and this is my key level trades. So I was done trading with the key level trades. I had already locked myself out. And I said, I'm not going to take that with these accounts. And I really wish, I don't know, this really would have been an excellent trade. And I wish I would have taken it in a sense. I wish I wouldn't have been locked out, but oh well, it is what it is. I just said this week, and really since I've split these accounts, I've really been thinking, I need to put a lot more emphasis on this key level trade, because that, at least for the time being, it's working out a lot better. So big picture, I was talking the last couple of days about this 22,100, and we once again kind of pulled back today to fuel. I think that might have been more the early morning. Yeah, right here, mid-morning, we kind of pulled back to fuel for another move higher. We've seen that play out several days in a row now. And if you kind of look big picture, let's just go to the daily chart. You know, we're definitely putting in a couple of doji candles, but this could be a little load up for a pop out and test these all-time highs. Maybe we see that here in the month of February where we actually try to test this. I don't know. ES is definitely in a very, very similar situation, flirting with the all-time highs. It's actually a lot closer on ES than it is on NQ. But we are definitely in a bullish trend. We have been for some time. And so these you know, couple of 300-point pullbacks that we see every day are really kind of refueling this thing for a potential move to the upside. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, big picture. But again, I'm not a biased trader, not necessarily. I'm really looking for what the market gives me and then playing that. But as a big picture, we're still looking for that bullish trend. So I have not showed you TradeZella. Let's look at that first. So here's today down $100. Really nice win rate today, 70% win rate, or almost 70. And the reason we're so skewed is because the big loss on the 940 trade and then that $130 some loss on that one hitchhiker. Outside of that, its losses were very, very small today. So that's a little bit skewed. Definitely still green on the month, which I'm happy about. We're still up 2,600. And the week we're still up 3,200. So yeah, this is a very, very vital thing, is keeping these red days as small as we can. Here and there, I'm going to have big ones. I know that, but I'm really trying to manage this and keep it in check. The other thing I want to point out, since I have switched to this, splitting my accounts out, as I've been talking about, this is the results from that. Since I have split these into 3 groups and have traded them with the 3 groups, we've made $4,500 in profit, 61% win rate, which is really, really nice. Average win to loss is still a little bit skewed. That's okay as long as this stays. So anyway, I'll keep monitoring that, but you know, so far so good. I really like the progress that we're on right now. And then lastly, I want to show you as well, even with the big red on those accounts on the 940 today, we are still green across all accounts this week, which is very, very nice. We're up about $70 on the 940 trade accounts. We're up over 500 on the key level trade accounts, and we're up $30 on the hitchhiker. So again, this seems to be the big one. Last week, where did we end up? On the key level trades, we were up 300. We were up 150 on the hitchhiker, and we were down about 200 on the key level, or the 940 trade. So 2 weeks in a row so far. The week is not over, but so far, for what, the week and a half that I've split these out, the key level trades have definitely been where the bread and butter of the profits are won. So that is something that I'm really taking note of. And, you know, if that continues, we may have to alter our playbook, so to speak, and really be a lot more on the lookout for that type of a setup. So again, that's that. We'll try to continue on the progress. I'm happy with the way things are going right now, and I just want to continue. I want to keep my head on straight, try not to make stupid mistakes, lock myself out when I'm positive on certain accounts, and try to push these things toward a payout. So last but not least, I don't want to forget to mention that the Apex sale is ending tonight. So that 80% off deal is ending at midnight tonight. Take advantage of that if you need Apex accounts. And thank you for using code BCT and supporting the channel. Obviously, use someone's code if you're buying evals, and if you choose to use code BCT and support my channel, I appreciate that. Take Profit Trader and Apex, both are good with that code. So again, thank you. Thanks, new subs. Once again, hope you guys had a great day. Have a good day tomorrow. Trade well, and hopefully we'll have an update for you tomorrow afternoon, and hopefully it's back on the green side. So, all right, take care, and so long.